Next, it's time to select your rosters. Choose to use the latest EA Sports recommended rosters featuring more than 1,000 additional players, or choose the rosters from our original launch. Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGurk Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of UMass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on the UMass Minutemen. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Eagles offense will get the first crack at it here. And here comes their veteran leader. He has been through the battle, guys, and there are plenty of expectations this season.
Yeah, and there should be expectations. This guy's been around a long time, knows the systems, knows the players. Everybody's going to have to believe in him for this year to be a big success.
Yeah, David, there's just no substitution for experience, right? This guy has played so many snaps. He's seen it all. No doubt they need him to play at a high level.
Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, the ground game. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Discards a man. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Back to pass, it's Snyder. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everyone.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
To the ground with the back. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So UMass offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Pumachan. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. UMass will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. That last drive really productive, David. Wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking for space. It's John. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change. They take over at the 43.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I think
they'll try the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They go to the ground. The Eagles get it past the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. Movement here from the tight end. Back to pass, it's Snyder. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The UMass offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space, and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
That's the end of the quarter, and Eastern Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Snyder. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with him. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They're bringing heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
On second down, wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Handoff from the shotgun. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The give to the tailback. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide out in motion. They'll go right back to him. Got enough space. He now has 56 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the fly motion. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UMass offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's John. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They'll test the right side. Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. It's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. It's caught. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll immediately call timeout.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Scanning the field, it's Snyder. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Or you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Reese. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Eagles will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The UMass offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. UMass quickly back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Pumachan. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMass. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He makes a catch. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Finds the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. 3rd down play from the gun. Dances away. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. UMass will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll ride the hot hand. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Now the play fake. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Reese. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. The offense set for a first down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He makes the connection. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to throw. It's Pumachan. Quarterback extends the play. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. UMass mounting a threat from the red zone. Keeps it on the bootleg. He's got it on the run. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal for the offense. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. This offense simply has to pay this off on third and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. Quarterback strolling away from heat. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Oh, the kicker's on the run. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Eagles. And the route is on.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They have the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Temple looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Owls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least.
Coming out on first down with the play fake.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward. And
Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking to throw, it's Pumachan. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. And the timing just a hair off. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Takes the handoff. It's John. At the 20, he's got space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up. Just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Eagles! And the stomping has commenced.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat.
It's a fake, and the holder's going to try to throw for it. And he makes the catch, but just a hair out of the back of the end zone. It'll be incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Kumachan. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Now on 3rd down after that run. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Got him downfield. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Nice move to keep moving. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Snyder. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! And the punishment has been extended.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 4 over the Astronauts. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Unloads to the wideout. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down. He now has 106 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Firing toward the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Back to throw, it's Pumachan. He's right on target. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Coming after it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast